Ontario has signed a just over $13 billion agreement with the federal government that will deliver $10 a day daycare by September of 2025. Melissa Candelaria is standing by at our Halton Hills studio with more on this. So Melissa, what does this mean for our local families?
Well, Jason, it means that for someone like myself who has a kid in daycare, their costs of my daycare will be cut pretty much immediately. Now, as you did allude to, it won't go down to $10 right away, as that goal is set for 2025. But what it will at least do this year, according to today's announcement, is cut 50% of my costs by the end of December. Ontario is the last province to sign the $10 a day childcare deal with the federal government. The announcement was made at a YMCA in Brampton Monday morning. Burlington MP and the Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, Karina Gould, says it's an historic moment for Ontario.
Childcare is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Childcare advocates and the women's movement have been calling for this day for over 50 years. And I couldn't be more humbled to stand here before those trailblazers to deliver this transformative social and economic policy that will change the trajectory of our country for the better for generations to come.
This $13.2 billion 6-year deal will begin in April, meaning all families with kids 5 years old and under will see their fees cut up to 25% to a minimum of $12 a day, retroactive to April 1st.
Saving Ontario families an average of about $2,200 per child. And by the end of the year, the average fee for licensed childcare, including before and after school care for 4- and 5-year-olds, will be reduced by 50%. This means families in Ontario could save an average of $6,000.
Fees are expected to continue to decrease until the final reduction to $10 a day by September 2025. Not only does this seem to be good news for families, Melanie Fraser with the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce says it's also a great step for the local economy.
I'm glad my kids are older. Daycare on average for a toddler is about $70 per day in this area at least. So I've seen predictions of up to 100,000 people being able to come back into the Ontario workforce over the course of a few years because of this daycare deal. So I think businesses are absolutely going to see a big impact from it. You know, unfortunately, there's no guarantee as to what happens after 2025. I think the funding is really only guaranteed till then. And I think the first year it's only 25% of a subsidy, but it's a start. And I know that the employees is the number one challenge my businesses are facing right now. They can't get the right people in the right jobs. So hopefully this will start to move that along, and they can see some more people applying for jobs.
Now, Jason, this agreement also outlines the creation of 86,000 more licensed childcare spaces, recruitment of new childcare educators, and stable compensation for all registered early childhood educators working in licensed childcare. Meanwhile, this announcement has had its fair share of criticisms already. Leaders of other provincial parties saying that the deal was signed too late and that parents will have to wait longer for their savings compared to others in other provinces where reduced fees by 25% are retroactive to January 1st instead of April 1st here in Ontario.